Most actions in the Make Diagnosis tab are performed using the various toolbar buttons that appear over here. So let's go through them one at a time so you can see what they're used for. The first button is the Identify Microscopic Finding button. This button lets you indicate the presence of findings or diagnostic criteria on your slide. So to do that, you simply click the F button, and as you can see now the button is selected. And when I move my mouse down to the slide, as you see now my mouse cursor is an X. So you want to place that X on the slide where you think the finding is that you want to be identifying. So I'm going to click down here, and as you see now that placed an X on my slide. Once you do that, you get a pop-up window with a menu tree that contains all of the different findings you have to choose from. It's arranged as a tree, and you can open and close branches simply by clicking on them. As you see, when you click on something, that opens it up further. If I click up here on architectural features, that will open that further. You can tell a branch can be opened further because it has either like a gray triangle or these little gray boxes over here. That's how you can tell that something can be opened further. But in this case, I want to say that there are melanocytes invading the reticular dermis. So I'll go ahead and find that in the tree. And to identify it, you can do that by simply clicking on the finding that you want to put. As you see now it's highlighted, and then click the plus button over here, and that will add your finding to the selection list over here. And then click the OK button, and the finding will appear up here on your screen. Now I'm going to put a couple of more findings for you. I'm going to say that there's both pagetoid spread and a poorly circumscribed lesion. So again, I'll click the F button, and I need to place an X on the slide once again. In this case, as I said, I want to say that there's both pagetoid spread and a poorly circumscribed lesion. You can add items to the selection list over here. You can do the clicking on it and then click the plus button like I did. Or you can add things another way. You can simply right-click your mouse. If I right-click on pagetoid spread, as you see that, put it over here in my selection list. And if I right-click on poorly circumscribed lesion, that gets added. So you can add as many items to your list as you wish. Once you're done adding items, simply click the OK button, and they'll appear on your screen. Now, if you right-click on a finding, as you can see, you get several options. One of them is describe qualities. And this is important diagnostically. Sometimes it's important to distinguish findings a little more and describe them a little further. So I'll go ahead and do that. When you click on that, as you see again, you get a pop-up window with a menu tree. In this case, your choices are the different qualities that you can say about that particular finding. So in this case, I can say the quantity of pagetoid spread. In this case, I want to say that there is minimal pagetoid spread. So I'll click on minimal, click the plus button, and then click the OK button. And as you see now, it says minimal pagetoid spread. You may have noticed when I right-clicked on the finding that there's also a glossary option. And this is there to just provide a little more information about items to you. As you see, when you click on the glossary option, you get a pop-up window that contains a definition of the item as well as a picture. Some of the findings will have a picture of them as well to give you an example. You can see a more zoomed in view of the picture by clicking on the picture. And you can go back to the slightly more zoomed out version of the picture by clicking on it again, and then you get the definition again. When you're done looking at the glossary, simply click the OK button to close it.